How to build a list of people in your life who have cash, who want to invest cash. There are two types of lists, the one that you're afraid to call and the one you don't know about. The one you're afraid to call your friends and family. It's a terrifying list. It's the one you already have rapport with. It's the easiest one to actually do, but you're afraid to call them because thousands of different reasons. One, you don't want to talk to your family already. Two, you're uncomfortable talking about money around them. And then three, you don't think they got money anyway. The friends and family list, literally the easiest list to call through. Literally, and I will talk about it very quickly because I have a feeling most of you won't do it, but I'm going to suggest that you do because it is the easier money. It is by far the easier money. Even if you think your family doesn't have money, guess what? They all have that one friend who has money. Everybody knows that one friend. And that's what my brother raised capital with this past week. He just reached out to all of our family and friends and they were like, hey, I got this one guy. I got this one person. They always seem to have money. Not me, but they always seem to have money. Let me introduce you, right? So you never know. Your family and friends will know somebody. And so the question to ask, write this down, new page. Who do you know who likes to invest? If they think that you'll embarrass them, then they won't connect you. That's a pretty fucked up family member. If they love you, they will connect you. I know because my dad has a couple of those friends and his wife, Anna, has a couple of those friends. My stepmom, she connected my brother with somebody who ended up lending to him. And I know he'll make me proud if this person invests and he gets money back. That's going to look good for me. If you've built that relationship with your family, that you're a moral, ethical person, hardworking, you do good stuff, then it should be very easy. If your family doesn't know what you do, you got problems. Your family doesn't know that you're investing in real estate, that you're making money, hand over fist, that you're in this big game. We got to go back to the beginning and have that first conversation you have with a stranger at the bar. Hey, by the way, what do you do for a living? What have you been up to? How's work? And you're going to tell them, I'm fantastic, been crushing the real estate game, been investing in rentals, been investing in flips, doing really good. By the way, who do you know who'd be interested in investing in real estate? And then silence, the greatest negotiator of all time. Silence. Let them think. Always say, who do you know? Do not say, do you know anybody? Sometimes I'm like, hey, do you know anybody? And that's an easy no. When you say, who do you know? Let me think. I can't think of anybody right now. And then next week you can call back and be like, hey, remember you mentioned that if you thought of somebody, you'd let me know? Who do you know? Have you talked to anybody for me? Make them feel guilty. Because they should feel guilty. If you're about to close on an amazing, life-changing deal and they're not helping you out, that's not family and friends. That's a suspect. There's an ABCD rule for contacts. I learned this from a Brian Buffini training I took as an agent for identifying prospects and suspects. Letter A, people have connected you with money. Letter B, people have said to you that they would. If an opportunity arose and somebody talked about wanting to invest, they'd send them to you. Letter C, people you have not asked. Most investors start. They have not asked. So most of your database is probably a C. You haven't asked, so you don't know if they're an A or a B. And then there's the D. You ask them, do you know anybody who would invest? Or if you did know somebody, would you send them my way? And if they say no, D stands for delete them from your phone because they're not doing you any good. They don't believe in you. They don't like you. They don't trust you. And they don't want to see you do well. Building your personal list, do it. Just do it. It's easier. But if you want to grind, if you want the hard way to raise capital, then you can work with strangers. Now, I'm not a person who likes to waste time. So if I'm going to build a list that is difficult, I'm going to make it as easy as I possibly freaking can. In fact, I'm going to recycle something I've already got. I'm not going to go and build a new list. I'm going to have you build a great list tomorrow. But since we know the list is coming, I want you to think about the list in two ways. Motivated seller, people who have a ton of equity in their property, paid off properties that you know you're going to go put offers in on. They're 55 years plus. They lived in the house more than 7 years. This is the typical motivated seller of a house. Those people are the richest people you know who are looking to lose money. They're literally looking to give you money. They don't know what to do with their money. They've not had it for a long time. That's why they're motivated sellers. They haven't fixed the house. They don't have time to sell the house. They've got to move, and they got to move quick. And they're willing to sell at a discount. Why not turn that money that they were going to go lose anyway into an investment for them? Why not create a little paycheck for them? And so if they have the opportunity to be involved in a real estate deal where you can actually make them more money and have a relationship with them, and you helped sell their house. Now they're going to refer people to you. By the way, like attracts like. If they're 55 plus in a desperate situation, owned their house, paid it off, and have equity and have been there more than 7 years, guess what their friends are more likely to be like? They all hang out. Broke people hang out. Motivated sellers hang out. They all know each other. They all tell the same stories. Yeah, I lost my house. Yeah, I sold it to an investor. They're all talking the same. They're all telling each other the same stories. Referrals are key. If you can borrow their money and put it to work for them, you're going to get longer term referrals and you're going to get money to go do more deals with their friends. If you buy somebody's house at a discount, keep that person in your mind, keep them following up with them, especially if you paid them out. If they didn't have a mortgage on the property, you paid them out cash, that's your new lender. That's somebody who could be lending you money that you could be paying a 6 to 8% interest, especially, by the way, if they were a motivated seller, which are typically unsophisticated people who typically don't have access to the resources that you have access to, the financial instruments you have access to. You could be that person who gives them nice passive income. An extra $8,000 a year for somebody who lost their house to an investor is big, substantial money. Sometimes it's more than that. Sometimes you're really generous. You're willing to pay 10%, right? Depends on the deal. It's an opportunity for you. Never lose those relationships. When you do sell it, if you come into a good amount of money and you don't know what to do with it and you like a good return, they don't have to sell to you. They could sell through an agent. They could sell to another investor. You could still end up with their capital. You could still end up using that money and leveraging it to go and do more deals. Relationships are so important. Motivated sellers are our best friends. Get really good at just hanging out with them, hanging out, listening to their stories, and offering these opportunities. Buy their houses, or I'd list their houses, or they become lenders. Those are opportunities that many investors are letting go. And I don't want this community to be one of those. I want you to be one of those people who says, I have all the tools in my toolbox because I hung out with Walter on his multifamily passive income investing training for 2 days intensively, jumping around, dancing, high-fiving each other, jumping into breakout rooms, dealing with my inner bullshit, and finding out that I am a king or queen of private money investing. I'm the best at finding and leveraging debt, and I'm the best deal finder. Negotiations are key to investing. Raising the money, building the relationships before you need to do the deal. Now's the time to do it. I want to make sure that you're in a position to get deals. I want to put you in a position to close deals, to have money to do deals. And if you don't have it, then yes, we're there to support you. We're there to make sure that you have the ability to close on these things. But I want to make sure that we can do big deals together. And I want you to be able to have that skill set so that you can be more valuable to us, but also so that you can hit your goal. I want to see you be a millionaire.